Hi, on behalf of the California Department of Food and Agriculture, it gives me great pleasure to say congratulations, Allied grape growers, on 75 years. What a tremendous anniversary and accomplishment it is to be in business for 75 years, serving grape growers throughout the state of California. You know, when we think about 75 years, we think about it decades at a time. There's been those decades of up, plateau, plateau, down, down, up, down, down. That's what resiliency is all about, and that's what California agriculture is all about. I know we're in a severe economic downturn in the wine grape sector right now, and through global wine communities also. But what I do know is there's organizations like Allied Grape Growers that can make a difference. Yes, in the good times, but especially when times are tougher. When you think about the history of this organization, they're the values that you've identified and you stayed with all 75 years. Quality, sourcing grapes the best possible from every community in the state of California, continuing to give the viticultural practices and advice that help make that quality happen, and the sustainability of those practices. Integrity. I think integrity especially speaks to why Allied Grape Growers has been successful for 75 years, all those decades. It's that ability to build relationships, to have a deep understanding of the supply-demand side dynamics of these businesses, of being able to sit down and really address the trust issues, growers and vintners, two different sides of that coin that make up the wine community, and building credibility because of the deep knowledge that you have, the understanding of the dynamics that are going on, and knowing what you can deliver, and never taking your eye off the ball of fair returns for your growers, and really improving the payouts for those returns. And then, of course, after you've built all that trust, the stability. That's the stability of leadership, of your engagement across the entire wine industry, not just within your own organization, but other organizations. The leadership roles that you play within the Unified Wine and Grape Symposium as a keynote speaker on that important Wednesday morning update that everybody comes to listen to. It's also about the leadership of your grower board, volunteers who come together for the good of the industry. That's a lost art, and I give you so much credit for that kind of steady leadership, not taking your eye off the ball. And then I have to say, because of my own personal experience in the wine sector and since then, it's the stability, the integrity, and the quality of the paid staff leadership that you have. I'm fortunate enough, because I've been in this state for over 30 years, that I got to meet Bob Beckenturf. I worked very closely with Nat DeBudio, who tremendously contributed to the good of the industry in some very good times. Barry Bedwell, a good friend. I met him originally when he was in a different sector of agriculture and then became the leader at Allied Grape Growers. And now Jeff Bitter, who continues that great leadership quality, that concern for growers and vintners, that concern for the industry as a whole, and the willingness to dig in and just continue to hone the research, the understanding of the dynamics. All of that, 75 years, that's a big accomplishment. And you have so much more to give to agriculture in the state of California and to the wine sector. But it's important at your annual meetings that you take time to reflect on your history, to reflect on your accomplishments, to reflect on what you've learned in good times and in bad, and to know that working together, this organization will continue to make critically important contributions for a thriving agricultural community and for the wine grape growers of California. Keep up the good work, and here's a toast to you. Congratulations.